officially. So GM Farcaster, we are here live at ETH Denver in the podcast studio, which is sponsored by Liquid Death. And Liquid Death, should you want to also sponsor us, you hit us up, you know where we are. GM Farcaster on Farcaster. So we are here, we're doing 15-minute mini interviews. We're going to be rotating people in and out. Hopefully they show up. We'll see. But we're starting with, of course, we have to start with Chris Carella, right? We were going to have him a little later, and it worked out that he could be first because he always likes to be. He likes the provenance. The man loves the provenance. So we are here with Chris. And Chris, can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing at ETH Denver? Like, what's your focus this time around?
Yeah, so I'm here for work. You know, I'm here. Charmverse has a
Get a little closer to the mic. There you go.
So my
Perfect.
primary thing is here for Charmverse. We're a sponsor, and we have a booth over there, and we're meeting lots of our partners and users, and that's kind of my primary thing. But then also, I'm part of the Nouns community, and so I'm doing all the Nounish stuff that's happening this week, and finally meeting all of the Farcasters, and we have a Purple meetup on Saturday night, and so it's kind of a little bit of everything. But my core focus is here for business, meeting partners, telling people about Charmverse, meeting users, meeting DAOs that use us, and all of that.
Amazing. And just get a little bit closer to the mic. We're going to kiss the mic and just to make sure your sound is good. But I want you to, can you tell us a little bit about Charmverse? Like, we know you mostly from, obviously, like I know you a lot from Purple and Nouns, and we work closely together there. But can you talk a little bit about Charmverse, what that is? And so in case anybody wants to pop by the booth, they can talk a little bit more about that.
So Charmverse is it's a decision-making platform for token organizations. So maybe another way of doing that is it's DAO software and DAO tooling. And then the sort of elevator pitch that a lot of people like is it's a Web3 Notion. And so if you've used Notion, you'll be super familiar with Charmverse with the document model, and we have slash commands like Notion. But then it also has token gaming, proposals, bounties, which we call rewards, a member directory so you can see everyone who's in your organization. And it is like a very flexible, unopinionated system that people use for lots of things. Like some people just put their protocol spec docs on it. Some people run full governance through it. And where we've really sort of hit our stride in the last 6 months is a lot of grants programs have been using sort of our proposal features to manage their grants programs. And so notably Optimism's
cool.
Grants Council runs through Charmverse, Safer in their grants through Charmverse. Yeah, we have
that's
more
amazing.
announcements coming.
By the way, did you notice that your is purple? I just noticed that. I don't know how we get the rest of them purple. We're going to work on that next, but for some reason, all the rest of them are blue, and Chris's is purple. I don't know how he did that, so that's quite impressive. So, Adrienne, did you have any questions for Chris? I forgot to jump in. You want to ask him about purple or anything that's going on?
Before we move on from Charmverse, if someone wants to try Charmverse.
Yeah, cool. It's
what do we do?
I mean, charmverse.io. You find the homepage, and then it's app.charmverse.io, and it's totally self-serve. And you can use it for your DAO, but you can use it for, it's a small group of collaborators.
Do you have any freemium?
It's totally freemium. Yeah. So our business model is based on blocks. You could think of like every piece of content as a block, and everyone gets 30,000 blocks free. And frankly, most DAOs and token organizations don't go anywhere near 30,000 blocks. And then our big kind of enterprise customers like Optimism will go through that in one day. So most DAOs and organizations just can use it for free.
A block is a unit of content or
of
usage?
content, basically.
Okay.
You write a paragraph,
so
that's a block. Yeah.
Not a block on a blockchain.
No, it's very confusing in that sense. Yeah. Which is why it can be free.
Exactly. Very cool.
Do you want to talk a little bit about Purple's event tomorrow? Yeah. What's going on there?
Yeah, so we have a big Farcaster party tomorrow, sponsored by Purple, POAP, and Base, and Privy. And so we have a venue that will hold 500 people. Not sure what to expect. Some have told us that that's not going to be big enough.
Oh, God.
so this comes out of last year, December. I'm running around talking about Farcaster, and everyone's looking at me like I'm crazy. Hey, why aren't you using Lens?
Oh, wow. That's big, yeah.
And then we threw a Farcaster meetup, and a ton of people came, and frankly, it was like the best party of last year's ETH Denver. And so that wound up being our flagship event. It also led to us funding a lot of meetups and events throughout the year, small and big. But of course, this is our flagship thing, so we're super excited about it. Farcaster is, maybe 100x bigger than it was last year.
Yeah,
And
at
now
least,
when I run
yeah.
around, everyone has a Farcaster account. Still people have a varying amount of experience or usage, but lots of people know about frames. Lots of people know about Farcaster.
I've been going around this week trying just to activate all the lurkers.
Yeah.
Because you're right, people have the account.
Yeah.
So they're on Farcaster,
You're
they're
just trying to
just
activate
not
them.
using it. So
I've been trying to I don't know a lot about Solana or that community, but every time I meet a Solana person, I'm like, hey, do you know about Farcaster? Because now you can connect Solana wallets to it. And I have not come across one who knows what it is.
Wow,
So it's like
that's
we really
crazy.
need to purple pill the Solana community.
That's amazing. I didn't even think about that. That was great. And Solana's right there. They have a booth right there. So there you go. Now we're proliferating to. Hi, Solana. Hi, Solana. You're now welcome on Farcaster. Please come. That's amazing. And I remember I wasn't here at December, but I remember you all bidding on a Builder DAO token as purple happened here.
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
Wasn't that it?
At our party,
Yeah.
we had the multi-sig and we bid on that was really cool. Like, this whole event is great because it's like all of our internet friends and collaborators and partners, and then you get to be with each other. So it was, I think, the first time the multi-sig was together, sitting at a table, and then we were able to bid with multi-sig, which is not easy.
Yeah, not easy at all. So I was impressed. That was a really cool thing. I remember that vividly. So that's really fun. But it is amazing to see the growth in the past year is incredible.
Yeah. Now when I just walk around the floor to look for merch or something, it's like Farcaster people constantly. It takes me 20 minutes to walk 5 feet.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Because people keep stopping you.
Because
right?
everyone stops me.
Yeah. Yeah, we're getting the same thing, and it's weird.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people know us, either they know us from the stream or they know my voice from a lot of things because of Twitter Spaces as well.
Yeah.
That other platform. But it's really fun to have people come up and go, "Hey, I'm so and so." I'm like, "Oh my god!" It's really cool. So I've really been enjoying that.
Such like a Farcaster. It's big and growing, right? And the norms will change and stuff. But it is has always been a filter for high quality people. So even if you come up to me and I don't know, I actually don't know who you are, but if you're on Farcaster, I already give you the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, and we're gonna make sure we follow you. That's how you get the fallback. Just by the way, if we meet in person, you're getting the fallback.
What happens to me is people are like, oh, I want to follow you on Farcaster. I'm like, oh, cool. We whip out our phones and oh, I'm already following you.
Yeah,
because I think I'm sometimes one of the suggested users when people sign up.
Same. Yeah.
Are you part of the Faristocracy then?
He
As
is.
a suggested
He
user?
is. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. He also has
you own it.
He has a Farcaster made after him too. Did you see that one? That was pretty funny. It's beautiful. It looks like very
Caesar.
purple.
Yeah.
It looks like Caesar with it's all purple. It's amazing. It's one of my favorite ones that he did. It's so funny. What the other thing we want to talk about today? We've got a little bit of time left, and we're doing these 15-minute. You're going to be fast. But because everyone's busy too, mostly. I have one other question before we jump into our big announcement. Can you get that hat? Is that hat available?
This is
I love that hat.
I have one extra that I can get to you, but it's just these are team hats. A handful of partners have begged for them on Zoom calls.
Okay. Well, no, I'll give it to the partner.
I have one for you.
I don't want to take it. I was like, if there's a whole bunch there, that I was going to grab one. And by the way, feel free to take some nuggles and such on the way out. But we have a big announcement. So we're going to be launching our next sponsorship rounds, supporter round that we did in January. We did a couple Mole, a couple Wow Wow, and CLPs. And we're adding something to the Wow Wow and above levels, and it's a new art drop. So what we're going to be doing is we're working with, at first, 3 artists, and we're going to be doing a 1 drop a month. It's going to be exclusive to airdrop to our supporters, and then it will be available for others to purchase as well. All the creator royalties will go to the artist, and we're going to do a special episode with that artist, as well as a paragraph newsletter to support their arts. Because we always love the Farcaster native artists. We always try to feature them as our backgrounds, all of that. And you are one of those artists, and you are going to be our April artist. So Chris Carella, this is alpha right now. We have not told anyone except for the artists what we're doing. So this is brand new news. So Chris Carella is going to be one of our first artists. I'm so excited. It's going to be totally your creativity, like whatever GM and Farcaster means to you, or just Farcaster. It doesn't have to even be the GM part. And we're letting it just roll. And I'm so excited about this. And I'm so excited you said yes. Our other 2 artists are going to be Max Jackson and Chris co-created. So we're kind of digging into our the Farcaster native artists that we love. So any thoughts on that, and what do you think about that idea?
Yeah, it's super cool, and thank you for inviting me. And I love what you guys are doing, so I'm happy to support you guys however I can. I mean, this way is a great way. And then the first 3 artists are great because those are like some of the earliest NFTs I minted on Farcaster.
Right.
On Sunday will be my 2-year anniversary on Farcaster.
Wow.
And those those guys along with
FID
Oxen,
what? FID what?
I don't know my FID yet, but it is 370 something in that range.
1,000? Is that 370,000?
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. 372, I think is maybe my bid. So yeah, I just think it's a great initiative. Art has always been a part of Farcaster. It used to be so small, and there was just a handful of artists. Now you grab those first 3 who have been doing that work. So yeah, I think it's super cool.
Excited. We're trying to get Oxen too, but so Oxen, if you're listening, I did reach out to you. You have not responded, but we'd love to roll you into this as well. So down the road, if you're up for it, I think maybe the interview part. I know he's a non, so maybe that's it. But we're excited to have you three. It's going to be incredible. We're excited to bring, like, we're trying to, how can we elevate the artists more and give them more of a spotlight. So that was part of this, and then also provide something that's of extra value to our supporters as well. So it seemed like a great win-win. Yeah. So we're excited that you're one of them. Yeah, we're so excited.
It's when people ask me, what are you doing here? Like, what's your crypto affiliation? It's like, well, I'm here for Charmverse and Purple and Nouns, and oh, by the way, I'm also an artist. Like,
oh, by the way,
I mean, like, that's everyone here, right? Like, we all have our hands in lots of things. It's always like such an awkward question of like, well, what do you want to hear about me?
Why are you here? What are you doing here? Yeah, same. It's like, oh, what am I? Oh, I'm doing this, that. Like, and people know me from all different things too. So it's really interesting. It was somebody even said something about the writing I was doing for a little while that I put on pause just because I haven't had time. And they're like, oh, I love your, Unpacking with Prof, and I'm like, oh my god, I haven't even written anything in a while. I'm like, that's amazing. So it's been really fun to meet people in person and
get my favorite. This is my favorite of the.
This is your favorite conference? Yeah.
Like DevCon is also very good. They do it every other year.
I've not been to that one.
And this one I think it's in Southeast Asia. I think it's in Vietnam.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But it's very smart contract heavy. And so you do leave like leveled up, but it's like, I don't know, you're at parties talking about account abstraction or something. And that stuff's all very cool. But here you get the DAOs, the users.
Yeah, a lot of DAO, a lot of DAO focus. Yeah.
It's just it's a vibe.
Yeah, totally. I'm excited. I'm going to Gitcoin's event later today on a panel with Toady Hawk and Tangle from a couple different organizations, and we're excited to do that and talk community. And then tonight we're doing a Nouns Funds community. It's going to be down over in the Bidler area, the Bidler Hub. Cool. Talking with we're supporting the hackathon over there with a whole bunch of Nounish things and food and all that. So
from here I'm going to go to. It's an Optimism Retro PGF meetup for all of the badge holders, which should be really cool. And then the park is doing something, so I'm going to go check out what the park is up to. And then tonight I'm going to go to the base party.
Where's the park? Wait a minute. What?
Yeah, I mean, I have to like pull out my phone and give you the details here.
What was this? What is this? We were not invited. Another thing we weren't invited to. Another thing we weren't invited to. Hold on.
Starting to take things personally.
Wasn't there a builder DAO?
I didn't know they were here.
It's called Friday Press. And I think David T. Fung from the park is sort of leaving this up. And it's an art installation newsstand.
Cool.
David T. Fung here?
He is here. I think he arrives today.
Oh, okay.
All right. I'm going to slide into his DM.
When is that thing? When is that event? What time?
It's at 1 p.m. today at 2705 Larimer Street.
I can't go to that one. Man.
That is the tough thing. Is like all of the events overlap and you feel bad, but you realize like no one takes it personally because we all have all these overlapping events.
You know that there's just so much going on. It's hard to do everything. You have to just pick and choose and then just JOMO and try not to FOMO. But you do the best you can.
Yep.
We're almost out of time. Anything else from you, Adrienne, that you wanted to ask Chris while we got him here? We got 2 minutes.
I don't really have anything.
This is every time I do this to her, I get this pause.
I don't prepare me.
We never prepare. Why is this any different?
No, I just want to go back when we do our kind of year, like a year ago, and I was new to Farcaster. Chris, you were just so Farcaster to me.
Yeah, totally.
So purple.
Yeah.
So purple, and also and your art, and I collected some of your art from the beginning. By the way, happy International Women's Month
Oh, that too.
And I say that just because I know you've done
talked about
some.
my art.
Yeah. So it's just like so cool to be seeing you in person.
Yeah, cool.
The year after, like I remember seeing the purple party on pictures last year and having FOMO.
Yeah,
There was
it's
no
great to have you
guys
FOMO,
here.
and it's just like super cool to be here with you.
The two things I want to say before I go is one, like congratulations on your retroactive funding.
Oh,
Purple
thank
Drop.
you.
Oh,
Yes,
thank
thank you.
You know, it's often not a lot of money, but it is like the community appreciating what you guys do.
Yes.
So we all appreciate what you do. And then the second is like, yeah, it's a totally different experience being here this year. And it's great that like you joined and I was there and I was like very purple, but it's like Farcaster is so much bigger than any one of us now. It's so much bigger than purple, you know. There's just so much happening. There's so much money flowing into the space with grants and venture funding and all of that stuff. It's pretty cool. It's like that's what we wanted. Like the vision is starting to play out.
And we want to see those Farcaster builders getting funded, and it's exciting. And Purple was our first. That was our first funds of anything. I believe it was Purple, the first Purple grant that we got, and that was, like you said, more than the funds. It was about the recognition and appreciation and support was tremendous and continues to be. And our event tomorrow, that's helping partly to fund that event. So we're giving it back to everybody. So yeah. So I think we got Matthew and Briley right there. They're ready to slide in. And I know you have to go. You've got a million things going on. Thank you, Chris, for popping in. We really appreciate you so much. And we'll see you tomorrow night.
Yeah, cool. And I look forward to my art drop with you guys.
I cannot wait. I'm so excited to see that. And I'm a Hypersub subscriber now. And I went through and I was like, why am I not subscribed to all these artists? And I just went and subscribed to everybody.
Just amazing artists.
We're going to be launching on Hypersub either today or tomorrow.
Right,
so that's what's coming soon.
Okay,
yeah.
Great. All right.
So we'll
Good
see
night,
you.
Farcaster.
And you'll get me,
Good
Chris.
night.
I'm just late to everything. You know that we're so early. I'm like the not so early, but
not so early. But
I did join Purple.
But she did finally.
Hey.
She finally joined Purple.
This is the whole
and that was
purple
amazing.
table here, right?
The whole purple table.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's amazing.
So that's it. Join Purple, everyone.
Join Purple.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Join Purple,
Bye,
and your microphone turns purple. Who knew?
That's it.
We don't understand how that happened. One microphone is purple, and
It's token gated.
It's amazing. Like that's amazing.
All right. I'll catch you guys
Thank you so
later.
much. We'll see you later.
Bye-bye.
Take your Liquid Death with you too. Feel free.
That's right. Liquid Death, sponsor them.
Sponsor Liquid Death. We love you. See you later.